Hi, Soul Family. How the hell are you? Oh my God. The most amazing morning. Seriously? The most amazing morning. Um, so many things that are being uncovered right now. And we just have to be patient. We just have to be patient. I'm going to be giving you an example of something that happened to me this morning. A couple things. One was a negative, and one was a as a learning experience, a positive. Okay. Let's see. I think I'll go outside and talk to you about it. Let you look outside. And then I have to come back in and show you what, actually, hold on. I'll get my computer because I got to give you what was on the computer. I hope I have enough battery. Somebody else is trying to figure something out too right now. Okay, so look, here we are. Why not be out in this, right? Okay, so here's the deal. I have a long-time Facebook friend. First of all, I saw something in a dream last night. I saw it all happen. And I will tell you, I am the Queen of Swords, okay? The Queen of Swords comes forward with words, right? Very decisive. When the Queen of Swords comes forward, or the Knight of Swords, or the King of Swords, it's about words. It's about communication, quick communication. It could be email, text messaging. It's things happening quickly. It could be events moving quickly. It could be a person coming in like a knight in shining armor, whatever. I feel like it's all of the above. But today I definitely flew in like the Queen of Swords. And so this Facebook friend wrote to me, and this is somebody that's been involved in a legal battle for years. There was mold in her basement, and it made her very sick. She lost her hair, she lost her job. There was all kinds of things. You think about mold in the basement, okay? Mold is stagnant emotion. Look at the 3 cormorants, 3 full circle completion cormorants. You will go under your emotional waters, and you will be able to bounce back up. And don't let people keep what you work for what is theirs, and not give you your worth. Okay, so she is involved in this for years, right? I've been hearing about this for the last several years. Now, I've been involved in a legal battle of sorts for years as well with my twin soul, right? It's a battle. It's legal because there's judgment, and there's, people making decisions, and lawyers, and, you think about yourself being a judge and a jury, and who's making the decision, and are you going to choose to go in this direction? We'll offer you this settlement of all this money, or you can go this way and walk away and go on your path and feel good about yourself. Which one are you going to choose? And there's all kinds of stuff. Are you going to choose to go for the money? Or are you going to choose to follow your spiritual path? Okay. So I've been in the same kind of thing, right? I'm not getting what I want. I wanted something almost 4 years ago. I didn't get it. So this person has been writing to me and says, okay, we're going to go before the court, right? We're going to go before, and we're going to see if we can offer this case to the Supreme Court, and is asking for me to pray for them and I said, I hope that whatever is in your highest good happens. So I got an email this morning, and I got to tell you, you want to see me come to life. The email, I had to send it to myself because it was in a bunch of, here, maybe I can find it. I ended up blocking this person. And this is somebody that I have been Facebook friends for quite a long time. And, oh yeah, it's a good thing I copied it, because when you block somebody, you lose everything. Now, this is about cleaning up your, sexual assault claims. Okay, so a woman, this is the deal. This is what I saw. Remember I told you I saw a woman charged somebody with sexual assault? Remember I saw that? These 2 men that were involved in something. And so the case is not going to be heard, is what I was being told. It's not going to be heard. Okay, so here we go. God, I've got people waiting to talk to me online, but okay. See if I can pull these up. All right. So this is the message I got. The United States Supreme Court is not going to hear my case. They're going to do absolutely nothing, anything. The case is closed. Justice in this country is non-existent. It's a joke. There's no justice, and courts are corrupt. My response was, I'm sorry, you're upset. Spirit clearly doesn't want it to be done. And you may not understand why all happens, but all happens as it is meant to. I will ask that you are given a sense of calm. Okay, that was my first message. Then I get, hold on a second. I don't think you understand. Oh, no, okay, hold on. I don't think they understood me, is the message. And this is the response. I think this actually confirms for me that there is no God, because God, what kind of a God would allow this kind of an injustice? And if you think about it, about the God that everybody prays to, what God would actually be okay with people enslaving and killing and eating animals? What kind of God would say that that's okay? Sounds more like a devil to me. So that's probably who God is, and that's why this happened. And I said, wrong. Wrong. I mean, you must understand, this person is coming to a spiritual teacher and saying these words, right? This is somebody who walked away from all of her money, who walked away from the big job with all the clients and the big house and the cars to follow my spiritual path. This is the person who was involved in a court case when people sold my storage unit with all the last of my belongings. I should have gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was very clear, but it went sideways. The judge was dirty. I was offered $7,000 to walk away. I didn't get what it was worth. I didn't get what was owed to me, right? But my mother, in my dreams, said, don't worry, I'll take care of you. My brother stole my inheritance, literally stole my inheritance, all of it. The money, I didn't get it. My mother said, I'll take care of you. And what did the Father say to me? Keep walking on your path. Keep walking on your spiritual path. A lot of times I didn't get my twin. I didn't get him. I didn't get the man that I wanted to be with the last time I was I was seeing someone. I didn't get what I wanted because he wasn't in my highest good. He wasn't who I was meant to be with. He was not somebody that was keeping me on my spiritual path. And I said, so my response to there is no God and God is the devil, I said, what? You don't get something and then all of a sudden there is no God? And if you get what you wanted, there is a God? That's fucked up. And I don't want to talk about this anymore. Speaking to a spiritual teacher, this is someone I live my life being guided by Spirit's direction. They love us and they protect us. And they don't, and I said, I don't see things the way that you do. Clearly we are not going to see things in the same manner. And I sent, and it's interesting because literally I had was just about to post, I believe in the sun even when it's not shining. I believe in love even when I'm alone. My twin isn't here, right? He's not in front of me. I didn't get what I wanted when I wanted it. I believe in these things. I believe in God even when I don't see him and even when things don't go my way. I believe in that. And then I got back again. It just kept going on and on. I don't think you understand a great injustice that I have suffered. For the last 10 years, I've lost my house, my business, my health. I almost lost my cats. I lost the hair from my head, the stress. I've gained a lot of weight. Everything that's happened to me that in this court was suppressed. The insurance company was able to get things sealed. The insurance company was able to admit inadmissible false evidence. On and on and on. This is exactly what happened to me. This is exactly what happened to me. In the case of my storage unit, those were my things. They sold my storage unit with my belongings. I had proof. I was paying. It shouldn't have happened. Why did it happen? There was a reason. Spirit told me the reason. I was supposed to let go of the past. Even though I felt I wanted those things, there were things there that I was not supposed to hold on to anymore. I had 10 years of family albums that God knows I would never have gotten rid of because I was the keeper of the family albums. But there were relationships in those albums that I was not supposed to be connected to any longer. And there were items in that storage unit that even though they were lots of things were my mother's things, a lot of things of value, my grandmother's wedding ring, my mother's ashes. There were things that I was holding on to that meant pain, that meant sadness, that was energy from the past. I was meant to let the past go. Elena is not letting go. And she didn't see what was going on in her own spiritual house because the reason she was fighting was because there was mold in the basement. There was all of this stagnant, pooled emotion in the basement. The basement is where you store things, right? And it's a cold, dark place. Bring up from the recesses of your life. What is it that you're storing that is causing you to be sick? Every physical thing has every emotional thing has a physical manifestation. So you pay attention to this. So she goes on and on and on. And I said, look, we don't always get what we want. And I said, please understand, we will now separate ways. Because she was not going to hear what I needed to say. And she doesn't have to hear what I needed to say. She doesn't have to agree with me. And I don't have to agree with her. And she says, what? There is no justice because that's the only thing that I can possibly get from this. And she kept going on and on and on. And I said, you're not getting your lesson. You're not getting your lesson. Sometimes we don't get what we want. Sometimes we don't see what is in our highest good. Maybe if you had let go of all of this, if you had, maybe you didn't realize you weren't meant to be in that house. You were meant to be somewhere else. It's like me. I came back from Wisconsin and Sedona, and I was afraid to do my spiritual work. I was afraid. I didn't think I could do it. And Spirit said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I was so scared. So what did they do? My boss said, you need to go back to Wisconsin and visit your family. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I really don't have much money. No, it's okay. I had just enough money. And I said, I probably can't take the time. And so the next day I go to work, and she says, Sherry, go in the back and look on the schedule. I go back and I look on the schedule, and she's booked me off for 2 weeks. And I said, what? She goes, I talked to Dad, because her father owned the business, right? He said you could take the time off. So I did it. I went. And I had the most amazing time with my soul family. I needed to see my soul family. I needed to connect with my soul family. But when I went to leave and I was on my way home, I talked to her right before I was on coming home. And I said, she goes, is everything on track? And I said, yep, I'm coming home tomorrow. Great, everything's perfect. I get to the airport, and there was a snowstorm. I was literally grounded. All planes were grounded for 3 days. I couldn't get out. So I called her from the airport, and I said, the plane's snowed in. I can't get here. And she's like, what? And I said, there's no planes there. They've and even when I go to leave, there's people that are waiting ahead of me, so I won't be able to get out of here for at least 2 days. And she said, all right. She goes, well, I know that you can understand. I know you're a spiritual person, and you know how to separate business from personal. And I said, yes. And she said, you're fired. And I said, what? And she said, you're fired. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, I've worked 6 days straight. I'm not going to work another day. You were meant to be back by this date, and you're not here. We're hiring someone else. And I hung up the phone, and I thought, you've got to be kidding me. That's not fair. I wasn't even going to go. You're the one that told me to go. I went. This is an act of God. Now think about it. It was an act of God. I wasn't meant to be in that business. I scrambled. I called my ex-boss that I worked for 14 years, and I love him. I do. I love him. He's an amazing guy, and I did really good there, and I had all my best friends that worked there. But he's a Christian, and he's not comfortable with the work that I do. He thinks that I work, it's demonic, because he doesn't understand it. He's a great guy. He's a wonderful businessman, wonderful family man. I love him. I think he's a great guy. I called him and I said, hey, could I, is there any way you could, help me out? Can I get some, work here and there at any of the shops? He's got lots of shops. So he wasn't going to put me back in my shop as a regular full-time person, because I had given all of my clients away to someone else. And they knew that if I were to come back, my clients would have come back to me. So they didn't. He says, they don't want you to come back, because he says, I think I like you. I think you're great. He goes, but, they're afraid that, you're going to take the clients away from them. And I would have. They would have come back to me. So he had to put me, in a shop here and a shop there, just kind of covering. But the whole time he kept saying, I don't want you to bring your cards. I don't want you to talk about what you do to people. And I thought, I wasn't meant to be there. And it was very, very clear to me that I was meant to do my spiritual work, which is what I do now. I don't make a shitload of money doing this. Look I'm not working right now. I did a private reading a few minutes ago, right before I started this, but I'm not making money right now. When I talk to you guys, I'm doing this for free. All of this work is for free, but this is important. This path is important. It's not bringing me a lot of money. Not the work that I used to have. I used to sit there and I'd bring in $350 in a day, no problem. And it's like working for myself. I worked with my best friends. It was great. Maybe to you that's not a lot of money, but I don't make that now. I can. If I sit down and just don't talk to you guys, if I just worked on my hotline and made money, I would be able to do that. But this is more important. So God knew that, and I was being pushed out. God knew better. So I didn't understand, but I didn't lose my shit. I called my Mama Sherry and Papa Terry, and I said, are you anywhere close? Because you got to come pick me up. And what did I do? I ended up extending my visit for another 2 weeks. I figured, hell, I'm out of work anyway. I might as well enjoy myself, right? So I stayed with my family for 2 more weeks. And then I came back and I started doing this, scrambling around until I realized what I was meant to do. So sometimes things happen to us that we don't understand, that is not, it's not in our highest good. My twin, I wanted him. I loved him. I know he's my twin. I know he loves me, but there's things that he had to go through in his life. He had to experience. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. I see a lot in my dreams. But I spoke to someone this morning and I said, look, are you ready to tell me the truth now? Are you ready to come clean? Because, I'm tired of this. But what I was shown was no, my case was not going to be heard before the Supreme Court. I was not going to be heard. Not now. Because there's other things that are going on behind the scenes that need to wrap up first. And so God says, be patient. I know what's going on. I know what you need. I know what's in your highest good. I know that you get upset. I know that you're lonely. And I'm going to make it as comfortable for you as I possibly can. And so I had the reading this morning, and the person that I was reading with was in the same situation. They were told that they would be given a sign. It would be very obvious, the sign that came. We've given you many, many signs. We know this is coming. Yeah, but it's taking so long. It's been a year and a half. I'm thinking, geez, it's been 4 years almost since I've seen my twin. Almost 4 years. So, sometimes it takes longer. But the signs have been there. The signs have been consistent. Spirit doesn't give you a sign over there and then a sign over there. They give you consistent signs always. You're moving in the right direction. What did I get last night? 7, then 777. The number 7 says you are on the right path. It will exceed your expectations. God knows what's coming for us. It's better than what we would ask for ourselves. The number 777. You're on the right path in every area of your life. Keep moving forward on your spiritual path so that your path forward can be illuminated. So keep you on your path no matter what. You don't get what you want and all of a sudden there is no God. Do you know how many atheists start praying to God when they're dying? There is a God. We know there is a God. We're just so fucking stubborn that we want to do things our own way and get it done the way we want it done, that we push away what is in our highest good. She was told that she was going to get a sign, and it was going to be something that she would not miss. And she was walking along, and she lives in a beautiful area. She lives in Mammoth, this most beautiful area. God, it's gorgeous. I would kill to be living in the mountains like that. And she's out there walking along, and she sees something on the ground. I said, how did you find it? Was it really obvious? And she says, it was partially in the dirt. Okay, so she only saw part of the situation, just like me. I'm only seeing part of the situation with my twin. I know he's my twin, but there are things that are going on that I'm not able to see. So she looks down, and she thinks that it looks like it might be an arrowhead. Her and her person that she is supposed to be getting the signs about, they used to collect arrowheads together. That's what they would go find, okay? So she bends down and she picks up this arrowhead. It was partially in the dirt. She had to uncover it. And when she picked it up, it filled her entire hand. It is fucking phenomenal. I got to tell you, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That's not the only... And so she calls me this morning. Yeah, but he had the opportunity. When I called my friend over there where he, where he lives, and to tell her what I got, and he was there. I'm like, okay. He just happened to be there? No, he didn't just happen to be there. Your higher self said, go. You went for a walk. You saw the arrowhead. It was half buried. You pulled it out. It was larger than life, bigger than any of the other ones. So something that you're waiting for is partially covered. You can't quite see it, but it's going to be bigger than anything that you were expecting. It's bigger and it's better. Spirit is saying, wait, let us bring you what is in your highest good, because it's better for you than what you think is best for you. Where I thought I wanted to be, who I thought I wanted to be with. Thank God for unanswered prayers. You look back and you see 2020. Right now you're stubborn and you're angry and you're frustrated. But you're guided, you're protected, and you're loved. I said, come on. Your higher self said all of a sudden, call her. What did I say? What did Spirit tell us? Your friends are helping you. And she said, no, they don't talk to him. I'm like, there's something going on. God is using your friends somehow in a way to help. When she went back on vacation, she ended up staying with those friends. Well, guess who showed up and kept coming over to visit? The fellow. Said, come on, there's things that have to wrap up. Things aren't finished yet. I said, do you remember the direction the arrowhead was pointed when you found it? And she said, it was pointing forward. I said, there you go. You're on the right path, and it will exceed your expectations. It's larger than life. It's larger than you're able to see at this moment. So don't go into that place where that other person went and start denouncing God and saying, this isn't going to happen. I said, how many times do we have to be given a sign? You were told you would be given a sign. You were told very clearly it's going to be bigger. You will not miss it. You will not miss this one. You didn't have to go digging for this one. You walked on your path and it was right there. So what is the message? Stay on your path. Stay on your spiritual path, and what is meant for you will come to you. It may not be in the form that you wish. It may not be what you think that you're supposed to get, but it will absolutely be in your highest good. The person that I dealt with this morning, I blocked her. I told her over and over again what was in my, what I felt. I was trying to be compassionate and understanding, but I did come forward as the Queen of Swords. I cut that off because you don't come to me and start talking against God. That is not in my highest good. I am a spiritual teacher. God leads my path. I follow that path. So if you're involved in a court case and things don't go in your favor, there's a reason it doesn't go in your favor. It didn't go in my favor for a reason either. If I had gotten all of that money, I probably wouldn't be here. I would have maybe moved to another location. Maybe I'm not meant to be in another location. You don't know all the rhyme or reason why you're being kept. I'm putting you guys sideways because you got to look at things from a different perspective right now. You don't know all of the reasons why, Sherry, this didn't happen. I did realize afterwards you were supposed to let go of the past. All the attachments, because people things from the past hold energy. There was a lot of negative energy held in the things that were in my storage unit. Yes, they were my mother's, but there was a lot of real negative and sad stuff, energetic ties to my past that Spirit no longer wanted me to hold on to. And so I had to let it go. And it wasn't all about money. And Spirit will take care of me. No, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be stinking loaded rich. But money isn't everything. Love is. Family is. I have a soul family. Sorry. I've got an incredible soul family. I wouldn't give up my soul family for all the tea in China. Also, I said to my friend and she's my friend, this person I read for today. I said to her, it's just like me. And I've told you guys this, I've wanted to be with my twin all of this time. I would have wanted to be to all these places with him. But you know what? He may not have enjoyed the same things that I enjoyed. He doesn't know my soul family and friends. Maybe he wouldn't have liked Steel Bridge and Dark Songs and Love on Holiday. Maybe that wouldn't have been something he felt comfortable with. They aren't his friends. They were my friends. So while I was waiting for him to go through all that he needed to take care of, I wasn't just waiting, I was moving forward actively on my path. I was learning, I was growing. I was also being told to wait, right? Remember the house? I said to my father, please lift up the sink. It's too low for my twin. He's tall. And the father said, no, he needs to bow down. He needs to bow down. He needs to recognize that it's not all about money. So maybe my twin chose to go after the money instead of following his spiritual path. Maybe my case will not be heard before the Supreme Court. Right? Maybe my father, I kept getting the song, I want to marry your daughter. Can I marry your daughter? You know that song? And the father said, hell no. Not on your life are you going to marry my daughter. And he says, but she loves me. If you don't allow us to get married, we'll run away together. She loves me. She'll follow me anywhere. And every time I heard that song, I would say out loud, I won't follow you off of my path. If your path is off of my spiritual path, I won't follow you. I will break my own heart and stay on my spiritual path, because that is what is the most important to me, my spiritual path, because I know if I stay on my spiritual path, all that is in my highest good will happen for me and for others. So while I'm waiting for the perfect thing to come into my life, the perfect relationship to manifest into my life, I'm not sitting on my ass doing nothing. I'm in a beautiful place. He says, I'm not giving you riches, but I'll make you comfortable. I'll bring you something beautiful. I'll allow you to travel and be in nature. And even though you don't have a lot of people around you, I'll give you somebody in your vicinity that's kind to you, who works with you and who's nice to you. That's my landlord. He's good to me, right? I get to go on trips. He watches my cats. I get to go see my family that maybe my twin wouldn't want to go hang out with. So there's things that, and he's experiencing things that I don't want to experience. As I said the other day, I don't want that drama. I don't want to go through that. This is your path and your cross to bear. I've carried mine. I've done my work. I was in an abusive relationship for 10 years. I had a daughter that was molested. I had things stolen from me. I had my brother steal my inheritance. I had people steal all of my belongings. I've been fired from jobs. I've had all that stuff. I've gone through it too. And I've been learning all the way along. And what do? Do I say God is to blame and there is no God and there is no justice? Sometimes an injustice is a blessing in disguise. Spirit kept telling us that, so I need to recognize that as well. Maybe the twin that I believed in the physical is supposed to be with me in this life won't be with me in this life. Maybe we've had our physical meeting. Maybe he will not choose to follow his spiritual path over the comforts and the money. Maybe he won't, and that will be his choice. But I will continue to move forward on my spiritual path. The signs have all been with me. The signs all continue to stay with me. And there is someone who loves me. There is someone who loves me as much as I love him, who will go to the ends of the earth to be with me, who will not allow anyone to hold them back, who will not allow anything to stop us from being together. And that's the person I'm going to end up with. Nothing less, because that's what I deserve. All right, I've got us going sideways because I have to, I'm charging us. So right now we're doing Oracle of Shadows and Light, I guess. And then, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to do the Angel Tarot, because remember yesterday I had the Angel Tarot in my hands? Oh, and to tell you, did I make a mistake? She wrote me back. She found me on Instagram and she said, I can't believe you blocked me on Facebook. I thought you were my friend. You know, obviously this triggered something in you and you ought to ask yourself, you know, what's within you that triggered you this way? But on the radio, right before I got that Instagram message, I heard what dogs in the house or mold in the basement are triggering your allergies. Well, she had mold in her basement, right? That's what the whole thing was about. And the person that's been contacting me, that's been trying to throw me off track or causing problems, they're the big dog that thinks they can ride for free. So did I react? Yes, I reacted. Because if you have an allergy to big dogs, or if you have an allergy to somebody who's bringing mold to your basement, what do you do with it? It triggers your allergies. They gotta go, right? I didn't have to look at, oh, this is triggering something, so I better, look at my wound itself. I needed to look at what was being triggered. And what was being triggered was something I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to people who are riding on the backs of others. Big dogs that ride for free. I'm allergic to that. I'm also allergic to people who denounce God and who say that God is Satan. So that allergy, in order for me to get rid of that, I get rid of allergies by natural means. I don't take drugs to cover up my allergies. I take it naturally. And you know what I do? I remove that from my presence. Both big dogs and the ones who are bringing mold to my basement. All right. Here we go. This deck is so big and my hands are so little. I don't know how to do this. Hold on, I'll unplug us for just a second, and I'm gonna have to plug us back in because this deck is just far too. Well, it seems to be, it wants to be that. No, I'll put it back in. If it's meant to come out, it will pop out. So I posted on my wall, and that was just a message to the universe that I got it loud and clear. And if I was wrong, Spirit would, of course, corrected me. And if I'm supposed to unblock her and let her see, I will be shown that. But for right now, it's not in my highest good to have toxic energy around me. And that energy was toxic. That energy was speaking against my father. And I don't allow people to do that. Just like my own personal father attacked my twin. And I said, we're done. You don't attack somebody that I love. We're done. So I posted on my wall, big dogs in the basement, big dogs in the house, my physical house. So big dogs were coming into my house. That's who's been writing to me. Big dogs, the ones who want to ride for free, right? And the mold in my basement, which trigger your allergies. Either way, they got to go. And so they're out. Correct for neutrality on all levels. All right. Here we go. And this is exactly what I was telling my client this morning. Exactly what I was giving this person. The moon. The moon is talking about paying attention to your intuition. It's also deception, right? The big dogs that are writing to me. There's lies and deception. I know that. So pay attention to your higher self. Look what's going on. There are 2 moons out here. 2 moons. There's deception going on. There's something that isn't the way it appears. You see a wolf that's hiding in the forest, and you see this faithful, loyal collie dog, lassie dog, sitting here. The lassie is the female. The wolf is the male. They're both at the same place, and they both have water running towards to the same thing. They want the same thing, but the wolf hasn't come out of hiding. So there's events going on behind the scenes. There are things that you are not aware of. Archangel Haniel is asking you, pay attention to your higher self. Pay attention to your dreams. Man, my dreams were very lucid last night. I saw what was going on. I saw what happened this morning before it happened, which is a way of showing me that I did the right thing. It's funny now that I think about it, right? So there are times when people are insecure. That wolf is insecure. He's hiding. And sometimes the worries that they have are irrational. They're based on falsities, based on things that aren't real. So we have to ask, what is it that I'm supposed to do? I need to go in. I need to ask myself, is this really what I think is going on? Is this somebody that's out to get me, or is this somebody that's maybe hiding away because, they have a difficulty or whatever? And if I can't figure it out, I let it go. It's like, fuck it. I'm not going to deal with this. If you choose to remain hidden, if you choose to refuse to hear my case in court, then I'm going to drop the case. If the Supreme Court says we're not taking this case to trial, it's not going to trial. So right now, Spirit's saying, what are the truths about yourself that are being hidden, that you are keeping hidden? Spirit wants you to step out into the light. Stop hiding. Whoops. Knocked over my emotional waters. Stop hiding in the forest. Step out into the light where this lassie is. Right? You've got everything flowing towards you. This is a time where you can tap into your intuition and you can trust your psychic abilities. I do. I absolutely do. This is how we use what we have, these gifts, in order to guide us. That's why they come forward for us, to guide us on our paths. You can either be freaked out by the messages that you get, or you can see them as guidance. Remember, someone said to me yesterday, I get these prophetic things, but I get them too late. How can I get them sooner so I can do something about it? They aren't meant for you to do something about it. They're meant to just show you. You are seeing things accurately. Trust in what you're getting. You just saw that in your dream 20 minutes before it happened. You are accurate. So if you're seeing that, and then you are able to accurately trust what you're picking up intuitively, even if you logically can't prove it. There are illusions. There is a master deceiver. Is it you or is it someone else? There are two moons. One is real, one is not. Right? Excellent message. Excellent message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more with the Angel Tarot, and then one from the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and then I got to go to work. I haven't even had my breakfast. I've had my vitamins, and my stomach gets upset when I don't have something in my stomach. So here we go. Whoever this isn't me. That's damn straight. Somebody, now I'm clearing my throat, so somebody needs to clear. I'm clearing my energy, absolutely. So I had to go outside when I was talking about all of this. I didn't want this in my house. I wanted that energy out. So what you see here is the 8 of air. Now, first of all, the number 8 means abundance. So you didn't get that, they didn't win that case in court. It didn't go to court. You didn't get what you thought you were going to get. But the number 8 says that you will be provided for. It's the infinity symbol. It means whatever you need will come to you in abundance. Beauty, peace, safety, nice friends. I have all of that right here. I may not have everything that I think that I should have, but I have what I need. So Spirit says, you've got everything you need. Everything to help you move forward on your path is in front of you. Prosperity, abundance, and it's an endless supply. The number 8, it goes around and around. Ideas, time, money, whatever it is, you've got it. You don't think you do, but you do. You think you're trapped. You're afraid to move forward. Because why? Are you lacking self-confidence? You're afraid to take action? Look at you. You're fabulous. You're magnificent. You have everything that you need, but you are not able to break free from that crowd. Are you the one that's staying in that comfy atmosphere surrounded by all of these people? And you're not following your spiritual path because it's easier to stay there where you've got someone's taking care of you? Or are you the one that's breaking free and going on your spiritual path and you recognize, wow, they're all at my back. I have abundance at my back. There's nothing but beautiful in front of me. Right now you're trying to come to a place of balance in your life. The number 8, again, the fact that this is air. It's like the Queen, I told you, the Queen of Swords. It's the Queen of Air. That's what it was. This is about making decisions. So if you're not happy, where you're at, you don't need to stay there. There's a way out. Look again. You think you're stuck no, my feet are stuck in here. No, you're not. You're not fucking stuck. I told you before, when I went to Wisconsin, I had a suitcase and no job. I walked away from my entire house, my job, my cars. I had 2 vehicles. I had a 4Runner, a bitchin' raised, lifted 4Runner with knobby tires. I loved that car. My daughter stole that car. She started driving it when I left, and when I came back, she wouldn't give it back to me. Like, seriously. I had 2 vehicles. I did have to give away my golden retriever. Yes, I did. I had a beautiful golden retriever. I had to give him away. He wasn't meant to be with me. He was meant to go with someone else where somebody could love him, and it wasn't me. I had to go on my spiritual path, and I did. But I started my life over with 1 suitcase, and Spirit unrolled things for me like I can't even tell you. I lived in the most beautiful Victorian bed and breakfast in the entire town. I lived there for free for 6 months. I loved the work that I did. All I had to do was be a hostess, which I would have done for free. I loved Dennis Stotts. I loved the family. I loved my friends that I was. Everything happened for me there. When things roll out for you easily, you know you are where you're meant to be. Look where I live, you guys. I wanted to be on the water. Of course I wanted to be with my twin, but it wasn't time yet. So I wanted to be on the water, and I get this location, the most beautiful of locations, a place where I can go on holidays, a place where I get 2 beaches, where I can go to the mountains if I want. We don't have everything we want. We have what we need. So right now, are you afraid to move forward? Because Spirit's saying it's time to move forward. Everything will be brought to you that you need. You just need to trust in Spirit. You need to be confident about your own abilities. So maybe it's like me. I wasn't confident about my spiritual work. I didn't think I could do it. I had the ability. I've been gifted my whole life. But my abilities were growing and growing and growing. But when I was under the gun, it was pressure and it made me scared and I didn't want to do it. And Spirit literally had to fucking kick me out of the nest. The baby bird, that little angel, got kicked out of the nest. She had to go. She was safe up in that nest. And Spirit said, no, get the hell out. You got to go. So right now, Spirit's telling you, move forward.
Trust in your abilities. Keep your thoughts positive. This is the key to freedom. Freedom. We all want freedom. We don't want to be kept. I don't want to be a kept woman. You don't want to be a kept man. Move away from what is not in your highest good. Remove the toxic energy by getting yourself away from it. That person said, I thought you were my friend. Yeah, I thought you were my friend too, but I really didn't know you, did I? Because clearly we're not on the same path. My path is involving God and angels and truth and light. Yours is condemning God, calling him the devil. We aren't supposed to be in the same area. Sorry. You know, remember when we move forward on our spiritual path, people are going to look at us like we're crazy, or they're going to say, who are you? Like my son said to me, I don't even know who you are anymore. Why are you doing this? I'll accept you if you come and do what we want you to do. No, I'm not going to be in the religion. I'm not going to be a Jehovah's Witness. A Jehovah's Witness molested my daughter. A Jehovah's Witness abused me for 10 years. It isn't about the fact that all Jehovah's Witnesses are that, but this isn't a place for me. I'm moving away. And if that means you cut me out of your life because of it, then so be it. I can live with it. So if these people are saying, don't go, we're your family, we're your friends. Sorry, you don't fit with me. So right now, if you're feeling confused or helpless, stop being a victim. Stop saying the court wouldn't refuse to hear my case. Don't be afraid to take action. Move forward on your spiritual path. You weren't supposed to be in that house. I wasn't supposed to be in that house either. The one that I left in Red Hawk, I wasn't supposed to be there. Do you know where I was living? On the corner of Red Hawk Parkway and Wolf Valley Road. Wolf Valley. My twin is a wolf. I am the Red Hawk. It was time to go. I kept having the Red Hawk appear on my patio. A Red Hawk would sit on my patio. I got sign after sign. I didn't understand them at the time. And the man that I met, Troy, asked me to come out there to Wisconsin. I went there thinking it was him. He just was supposed to get me there. I was just supposed to get away from here and go there and go on my spiritual path and meet my soul family. There were things that were meant to happen. Yes, you lost your job. Yes, you got cut off by people, but you met other people that you were supposed to meet, and those people will be your family forever, for life. They will remain your family. God, there's so much. You don't know why things happen, but don't you dare blame God for saving your ass. Saving my ass? I got cancer. Yeah, and because you got cancer, you had to lay down and you had to start thinking about the way you were living your life, and you had to start paying attention to your health and realizing, I'm not living my life to the fullest. I'm not living every single day for the moment. I'm allowing my life to pass me by. All I was doing was working, trying to get the almighty dollar. I had a fast jet set life. It was great. But then I got cancer and I was laid up and I was slammed back on my ass. Yeah, I've recovered now, but I'm sick. I've been very, very sick. And yeah, well, you know what? You've reevaluated things now, haven't you? People can get well from cancer. People can go in full remission. It could be a spiritual cancer. This is a hangers-on. Who's the hangers-on? The one that you're supposed to say, back off. Someone's holding on to you and you're supposed to say, back the fuck off. That's who's hanging on. Stand strong. But the message for you is this. Be your true self. Be who you are. Be different. Be gay. Be transsexual. Be outspoken. Be eclectic. Be eccentric. Wear your hair red. Wear tattoos. Swear it when you do your readings if it comes out. Be yourself. Just don't be what everybody else wants you to be. Because then you're inauthentic. And when you are inauthentic, you will draw to you inauthentic people. If you are a plastic person, you will draw plastic to you. So this one's tired of people judging them. Tired of you talking about me. Tired of you saying that I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't talk about your spiritual things when you're at work. That's wrong. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I'm tired of being told to dress differently. My dad said, you shouldn't be driving a truck, Sherry. You don't need a 4Runner or a truck to go out in the... I don't want you sleeping in a truck and camping out there and climbing those rocks. You need to be sitting like a lady, in a pretty outfit. You're 52 years old. You're a beautiful woman. You should be home, with a husband taking care of you, not climbing around trees and doing all this ridiculousness. I just reposted a video today. It was a reading from, a year or two ago, saying the exact same thing. My dad, he's been in and out of my life, trying to control me. Wanted to buy me a car, remember? I said I want a truck, or I want an Outback vehicle that will support my lifestyle, your lifestyle. He scoffed at my lifestyle. Your lifestyle is ridiculous. He refused to buy me the vehicle that would be good for me. I said, look, I appreciate, first of all, I didn't want to take it. I didn't want anything from him. I didn't want a handout. But then I realized Spirit's trying to give you something, right? My car was old, even though I love my Mermaid. It's old. It needs a new top. God, it's still got only 120,000 miles on it, but it needs a little bit of work. If I had the money, I'd fix her up and keep her. I love her. You know, maybe that's why she's still here. Maybe I'm not meant to get rid of her. But he refused. He was going to be in control of the car that I got. That's another message. You know, my father wanted me to be with a certain person, just like my mother wanted me with a certain person. No, you can't have that one. They're going to be in control of the one they choose for me. So I said, I don't want it at all. So then he comes back around. I take the vehicle, right? I'm thinking, okay, fine. I'll take the vehicle. I said to him, I'll take an older one, but that's suited more to me. No, I'm not going to give you that one. So he buys me the newer one that isn't suited to me. It isn't suited to me. I would have taken an older, it's just like me, maybe my twins' family. No, we're going to have this one. She's younger. She's beautiful. We want this one. But I want the older one. She's more suited to me. No, you can't have her. Okay. Maybe that's what happened, right? They wanted to give him new and young and better. Not older and set in her ways and stubborn like fuck. That's me, right? But that is me. And I was what was in his highest good. But you know what? Maybe he wasn't in what was in my highest good. Because if you choose the young and the beautiful and the money over or the older and the spiritual that's on your path, you're not supposed to be on my path, right? So think about all the ways that you can think about this. So this one, tired of everyone judging this one. And a lot of times they don't speak. And people think that they're moody, or people think that, you know, like me, sometimes I'm antisocial. I don't want to talk to everybody. You know, I don't. Sometimes I want to be by myself. It seems like I talk a lot, right? But I talk a lot to you guys. I spend most of my time in quiet. I want to be me. I want to be free. You want to be you. You want to be free. Like me, I want to be different. I wear Doc Martens with a dress. I like it. With a lumberjack jacket that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the same thing today. I like it. This is old. I got it at the thrift store. I like it. I got two. I got one with a hood and one without. I've had it for so many years. I got it in Wisconsin. I can't tell you how much I love this thing. I've gone through, and check it out. It's called Big Chill, right? Just chill out. Big Chill. I freaking love it. I wear it with a dress because it's my style and I like it, and I don't care if you do. I only need to be free to me, true to me. I only need to fit in with me and with my soul family. That's what this fairy is saying. I don't need to belong to you. I don't need to do what you want me to do. I have a soul family that loves me. They love me for who I am. See, when you act this way, when you come across as you are, then the people that you draw to you love you for you. They don't love you for what you have. They love you for what is inside of you. And that's the important thing. But so many people are so worried about fitting in and being accepted. You know, that horse that wanted to belong to the group of people, that was so important. They don't think that I should do this. So these people, this is the mob mentality. You know, these lemmings, they're going to all go off a cliff and this one's going to go off with them. Really? Sorry, I choose this path. I choose this path where I can be free to be myself and express myself the way I want and make my cosmic crystal clusters. I looked at this today. I had it and I put it together. Remember, I said I needed rose quartz, and I realized no, I needed pink tourmaline. That was my mother's stone. So I thought, you know, I like using these to hold up my cards. You know, I like having them featured here. And then I turned it around and I thought, you know, it looks bitchin'. When you're doing things the way you like it, it looks cool from this direction. It looks cool from this direction. It looks really cool from that direction too. It looks good in all directions when you're doing it your way. It looks good in all directions. It works in all directions. So Spirit says, do what you want, experiment, play. Don't be sucky sweet. Don't be sugary. I wasn't going to kiss ass to that person today and want to stay their friend when they were calling my father the devil. I'm sorry. You don't talk to my father that way. You don't talk about my father that way. And you don't talk about my twin soul that way. He's not here. No, he's not. But I am loyal to the people that I love. And if my father is gay, and you don't talk to my father with disrespect. My father has choices that he can make too. If my father chooses to become a woman, because inside he has chromosomes that he could have gone either way, but he was chosen to be this as a child, you don't understand that. You're now saying, okay, Sherry, you're going too far now. No, I'm not. There are people that are born with two sexes, and their parents have to make that choice. And maybe that choice that they made wasn't the right choice. So what? They've lived their whole life in that direction, and now they've decided, I can't live this way anymore. I felt this way inside of me all along. This is who I am. No one's going to accept me. People aren't coming forward. I had my friend that I love, my friend Richie. He's made mistakes. He's done things. And he said, I woke up. I realized the things that I had done. I did bad things. My friends are telling me that they wish that I had. He says, I almost died because of the choices that I made. And the person that was there for me was my ex. She was there. I went back. She was the one person that talked to me, and it woke me the fuck up. And I realized, and a lot of people haven't come back into my life. And I said, I love you, Richie. I know what he had. He had addiction issues. I know what he dealt with. He says, and I said, and if they love you, if they're your true friends, they'll come back. And he says, no, I was wrong. And I said, yes, you were wrong. You were wrong. But if you are truly sorry, actions speak louder than words. It isn't the words that people need to see, it's the actions. And in time, they'll come back and they'll understand, because the people that love you, love you. I love you. I support you, and I'm proud of you for moving forward. And addiction is a difficult thing to kick. But you're sorry, and if you say you're sorry and you try to make amends, you will be forgiven by the people that truly love you. And if they don't, they aren't meant to be in your life. There's so many things that are coming out, because don't think that the things that I'm talking about are just about me. I have people write to me all day long. I have people that are transsexuals. I have people that are gay, that have been in the closet. I have people who have addictions, that have done horrible things. They've cheated on people. They've been abusive to people. I've got a lot of these people that write to me. They write to me because they're sorry and they're trying to make amends. And it isn't their words that are going to count. It's their actions. So speak up or shut up. Stand up or shut up. But be your true self. Don't be sugary sweet. Don't be nicey nice just because you think that's the way you're supposed to be. You're a spiritual teacher, Sherry. How could you speak to me this way? Are you kidding me? Jesus flipped over the money changers' tables when they were in his Father's house. That's what just happened this morning. You wanted money. It didn't go your way in the Supreme Court, and so you turned on God in his house. This is my house that you came to with your bullshit, and I'm turning over the money in my house. Sorry, money doesn't cut it when it comes to my stand with God, and I'm not going to be nice. I won't be smiling at you if I don't feel it. When you get a smile from me, it's genuine. You can see all over my face how I feel, and you can hear in my voice how I feel. What you see is what you get, and that is authentic. Have a fantastic day, you guys.